Hey traders, in this video we're going to talk about VWAP, VWAP, what it is and how I use it to day trade. Volume weighted average price. That is what VWAP stands for, and what it is the dollar amount of trades divided by the amount of shares being traded. Now that might sound confusing. You don't need to really worry about too much how it's calculated, but more so how to use it. So I'm on ThinkorSwim here, and to add VWAP to your chart, you will right click, go down to studies, click add study or edit studies. Over here, type VWAP. This is what you'll want to highlight, add selected. You'll see that I already have this added, and I have two lines in addition to my middle VWAP band. This is negative 2.0 number deviation down and 2.0 positive number deviation up. My VWAP bands are this purple band right here, which is your middle VWAP band. Then you have your deviations up, which is my red VWAP band, and your deviations down, which is my yellow VWAP band. Now, VWAP's often referred to as the day trader's indicator because it resets every single day. So it only takes into account today's price action, and that's why oftentimes as you move on into the day, later on into the day, you'll see that VWAP starts to become a bit more accurate. See here, you can see your lower VWAP band being treated as a point of support, while your middle VWAP band is being treated as a point or area of resistance. So VWAP, highly used by day traders because it can be points of support and resistance, but because it pulls off of today's price action only, it is more accurate as the day moves on. So you'll notice the first 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes of market open, VWAP really is not all that accurate because it does not have a whole lot of data to pull off of. But as the day progresses, more data flows into the market, and VWAP starts to pull off that data and then become more accurate as the day progresses towards the end of the day. So the way that I use VWAP, I'm on the 5-minute time frame. I use it as a point of support and resistance, but also to tell me if a stock is feeling a bit overextended or a bit overbought or a bit oversold. So what happens when candles on the 5-minute time frame start to close outside of the bottom VWAP band? What happens is the stock will naturally want to gravitate back towards that middle VWAP band, right? And then you see this again. Candles start closing outside of that bottom VWAP band, naturally will want to gravitate inside towards that middle VWAP band. And then once more, candles start to close outside of that bottom VWAP band, the stock will naturally want to gravitate towards that middle VWAP band. And then once more, candles are not closing down below the bottom VWAP band until here. Starts closing outside of the bottom VWAP band. What happens? The stock naturally wants to gravitate back towards your middle VWAP band. So that is how I use the standard deviations, both up and down. You can see it on the flip side. So we'll use this as an example. Now remember, first 5, 10, 15 minutes of market open, VWAP's not that accurate, right? Doesn't have a lot of data to pull off of. So the candles closing outside of the VWAP bands at that time, I don't give them a lot of weight to. But then as we progress throughout the day, here we're about 20 minutes, 30 minutes into market open, candles start to close outside of that top VWAP band. The stock is feeling extended, 5 green candles in a row, wants to pull back towards that middle VWAP band. Right? Now, this is, keep in mind, a technical indicator, meaning that it is a lagging indicator, as all indicators are, and it does not hold a lot of weight in instances where you may have a fundamental factor affecting a stock, such as a news drop, bankruptcy, acquisition, perhaps some kind of merger situation or offering situation. In those instances, the fundamental news is going to take precedence over the VWAP indicator. However, if you do get a larger move like that, let's see if we can find one maybe. This would maybe be a good example, though I don't see a whole lot of volume here. If you do get a larger move like that, where the candle closes outside of that VWAP band towards the bottom and then continues to fall and close outside of that VWAP band towards the bottom, you can still look to take the entry if you're looking to go short on a rally up towards that middle VWAP band. That's just going to be your point of resistance, your natural point of resistance. Let's see if we can find something that's breaking out over the VWAP band to the top side here. So we'll look at SPY today. Okay, so SPY might be, this is actually a good example, right? So what did I say? The stock, the VWAP indicator is accurate, but not so much on fundamental factors that are affecting the market. So here we have just your normal open, not a whole lot of news going on, right? The stock closes outside of that upper VWAP band, the red VWAP band, and then wants to what? Pull back and gravitate towards that middle VWAP band, and then it bounces, gets close to that red VWAP band, and then consolidates. But what happens over here? Well, we see the big volume coming in. This was a reaction, a positive reaction to, I believe it was bond auctions this morning on SPY, or today on SPY. So a positive news reaction causes SPY to rally up and break and close above the top VWAP band, but we're not experiencing a pullback to the middle VWAP band. Why? Because this is running off of a fundamental factor, not necessarily a technical factor. However, you still see that once it hit that top VWAP band, you do get consolidation until it's back below before it starts to move back up towards the top side. And again, once more, now we're seeing a 5-minute candle close outside of that top VWAP band. What are we experiencing right now? A slight pullback. So I hope the video has helped you out. It's short, sweet, and concise, to the point. This is VWAP in a nutshell. Press that like button for me if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you in chat. Take care.